Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. As you can see, we do have a light snow. Still actually waiting for more snow because this time, this season, we haven't had snowfall at all. But my morning is starting with the aloo paratha because that's what Raj likes it, and he's still at home for about another week or so. So in the college, they do get 1 month for Christmas vacation. So that's why he's still here. So here in the pan, do have some oil. Once the oil is hot enough, I'm adding some onions as well as the green chilies, and I'm gonna let this saute. Actually, this is the first time I'm making aloo paratha with the onions. Usually, I don't add it. Also adding some hing. I'm gonna let that cook for a few seconds, and here I'm adding about 4 medium-sized boiled potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything. Also adding some salt to taste and some chaat masala. That's all I always added in my aloo paratha. Chaat masala will give all the flavors that we need for the aloo paratha. You don't need to add anything else. And trust me on this, guys. Try this recipe, and I'm sure you guys will thank me later. Um, because it looks simple, but it tastes so good. So that's all I'm adding it, and you want to go ahead and mix it and let this mixture cool down, right? Because of course we can't stop it right now. We're gonna just let it cool down, and meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the atta. Since now my husband is gluten free, like he doesn't eat any regular chapati and all that, I don't buy the big bag of the atta. So here, as you can see, this is only 4 pounds, and this is the first time actually I'm opening. I haven't even used this bag at all. And I use the Swad. Swad is really good brand. So I just add the salt in here, mix everything very well. In this atta, I'm gonna use the hot water for this. And just wait until I show you how I make this aloo paratha, because that was such a, like, all of a sudden I thought like, oh, can I make the aloo paratha this way? What's like how it's gonna come out and all that. So I made it that way, and believe me, guys, end result was so nice. And you will see it in a minute what I'm talking about. But when you use the hot water, the atta will be spongy, and the paratha will come out so soft. So nowadays, whenever I make atta, whether it can be if I'm making ragi roti or the bajri roti or anything, I always just use this hot water. The problem was here that I actually end up adding too much water. So that's why, as you can see, it is sticky, but of course I managed to roll it. So now, because just gonna go ahead and roll it like how normally we make the aloo paratha, right? So first I'm gonna take a little bit atta and just go ahead and roll it. And as you can see back there, I do have the tortilla maker. Guys, you won't believe, but just all of a sudden, when I was making this, right, I was like, why can I not try to make the aloo paratha in the tortilla maker? Because I have this tortilla maker sitting, I don't use it that much. Mom used to use that for pani puri. So whenever she makes the pani puri, she used to make it in the tortilla maker. But I don't make the pani puri at home. I always buy it. So it just sat there. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it and see how it's gonna come out. Because worse come to worse, I mean, if it doesn't work out, that's fine. No big deal. I can always just make it traditional way. But just wait until you see it, guys. And when I was making actually this first one, I was so scared because again, I didn't know what to expect. And here I'm not even gonna fast forward this or nothing. You're gonna see it exactly how I did it. So first I'm gonna apply the butter or ghee, whatever you want to use it, on both sides, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there, and slowly you want to go ahead and press it. When you press this, you don't want to press it hard at all, because we do have the stuffing in there, right? So when you like press it gently, then only it's gonna get proper, like the basically the stuffing will not come out. Because I tried that way too. For my second or third one, I was like, let me just press it like hard and see what happened. But then a little bit of stuffing came out. So as you can see, it was perfect. I was so happy. And then again, the challenge came when I was about to flip this, right? I was again scared. I was like, I didn't know whether it's gonna come out properly, it will be sticky, or even though I had enough butter, but I wasn't sure how it's gonna be. But definitely, guys, it's worth trying. If you do have the tortilla maker, try making the aloo paratha in there. So yeah, the first one was a little bit challenging. I just didn't know what to expect, but definitely end result is so good and it's not messy at all, right? Because see, when we make the aloo paratha, it's get like all the, especially the dry flowers get everywhere, but in this case, it's nothing. So you just want to, after this you just want to let it cook, and at this point you can even close it again, and because see, it's gonna have the heat from bottom as well as the top too. So at this point you can just close it and let this cook both side that way, but I'm still going to apply a little bit more ghee and just let it cook that way. So definitely this is something that you can try it, and you guys know me that I always try to come up with some shortcut and see if that works. And this is again this you know when I started making this, I I was just gonna make it like traditional way, right? How we usually make it. But then all of a sudden, like just the thought came in my mind. I was like, oh, let me just try make it in the tortilla maker and see what happened. So definitely, guys, try this way and you will love it. But I do have some thoughts to share with you guys what I really think about it. So wait until I talk to you guys. But definitely you can try making it in tortilla maker. As you can see, it's not thick at all, right? It's just like as we roll it. So it came out really perfect. And as I mentioned, when you first press it, you want to be very gentle with it. You don't want to be hard at all. Otherwise, the stuffing will come out and it's not gonna be proper at all. Also, you do want to make sure that you apply enough oil or the butter before you make the aloo paratha, and also you do want to apply it on top of the aloo paratha too. And this one, as you can see, I pressed it so hard, that's why it is coming out from one side as well as it is sticking. So that's what I mean, that while making this, you want to be gentle as well as you want to make sure that there is enough ghee, otherwise it is gonna be not proper at all. But definitely, guys, it is worth trying making in tortilla maker, because first of all, it is less work for us, it is less messy, and end result is no doubt really yummy. So try this recipe, and that was our lunch. After lunch, actually, we went to Walmart because both of boys were getting booster for the COVID vaccine, and then we just kind of shop around a little bit, and of course all the Christmas stuff still were there, and now this time it was 75% off, so there was lots and lots of things were there, but of course I did not buy anything because nothing was needed. And now summer is not even here and all these plants started coming. As you can see, they have so many varieties of plants, but I was like, it's way too early for me to buy it because still our weather is unpredictable. Sometimes it's really nice and sometimes it's too cold. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy any plants right now, even though when I go there, when I see it, I just want to buy them. But it's not the right weather to buy it, so I did not buy any plants. And of course, I was there with the kids, and it's a fun going out with the kids for shopping because they want to go almost in each and every aisle to see what they have, and sometimes they just buy things that I normally don't buy it. So we did stop by at their bakery department. I usually don't buy anything, but yes, I have tried few of the things. at work, because one of my colleagues, she used to work for Walmart long time ago. So few of the things, I mean, she's familiar with it. She's like, no, you need to buy this, and that tastes so good, and all that. And she always buy the things. So I have tried it, but I was like, we need to stay away from all this now, because lately we've been eating nonstop. But what I want to share with you guys is this dessert cup. So what you can do is have mixed fruit, drizzle some simple syrup on top, and then add that fruit on top of this cups, and then just add some whipped cream on top, and that tastes really good. Also, this cream rolls, guys, when I was young back in India, there was one bakery that we used to go to, and always whenever we go there, mom used to buy this. So at least once a week I used to have this cream roll, and I'm so crazy about it. I just love this so much. Obviously, I did not buy it because it's just a way too sugary. But when back in India, I used to have it. It's so yummy. It's simple, but I just love it. Also, their cakes, they have tons and tons of varieties of cakes, but now personally, I don't buy it from here. The reason is because they use the buttercream. Now, buttercream is way too sugary than the whipped cream. Now, when I go to Wegmans, Wegmans can customize the cakes. So you can have it with the whipped cream. Now, whipped cream is it's sweet, but it's not as sweet as the buttercream. So whenever I need to buy the cake, I always buy it from the Wegmans and not from here. But they do have this kind of individual dessert that sometimes they even mark it down, so it is very less price. Um, and the good thing about this, it's individual, so it's much better than just buying the whole cake, because sometimes, like, you don't want to have that big thing, right? You just want to, if you're craving for something sweet, then you can just buy this kind of individual. So that is the good thing. But yes, as I mentioned, we did not buy anything from the bakery department. But now let's go home and I'll show you what we bought. So as I mentioned, when the kids are with me, there is always some extra few things that I usually don't buy it. So first thing here, of course, we need some milk, as well as I was gonna make the chutney, so I need some cilantro as well as the cucumber. Just bought the one cucumber because I don't like this kind of big cucumber. Also, this Chobani almond yogurt. If you haven't tried it, guys, highly recommend. It is so good. Raj also wants some peanut butter, also the peach cobbler. Those are the two that he likes it. He's gonna take this mac and cheese with him because, sometime at night, if he feel hungry, all he needs to do is just add some warm water. And this sugar cubes, I always keep it on hand because sometimes if I have a guest over, if I'm making chai, I don't like to add the sugar, and because if I'm adding way too much sugar or less sugar, so I let them add how much they want it. Also, we needed some Tylenol, and this small one, I was gonna give it to Raj so he can keep it in his backpack in case if he needs it, he can just use it. So that's what I bought for him. Also, we need some yellow corn tortilla. Actually, I usually buy the white one, but this time they didn't have it. And if you make Mexican food, guys, highly recommend this cheese. It is Mexican cheese. I always get it from Walmart because I don't find it anywhere else in other grocery store. But it is so good. It melts very quickly and it tastes different than the normal cheese. Also, we need some tomato based soup and this pina colada cotton candy. These are the flavor water. Um, and as I mentioned, these are the soup that I always keep it on hand. Also, we bought some more yogurt because these are the one that audience like it, and this one has a 15 grams of protein, so again, it's really good. Usually in the morning for breakfast, you just have this and add some fresh fruit on top as well as the granola. And this is the first time I saw this bird eye power blend that has basically quinoa, brown rice, some black beans, and some um, vegetables in it. And kids kind of put this together like this. And this drink, guys, don't even ask me. Like, I don't know why kids like it. When I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is this? But they say it's really flavorful and it's really good. So it's basically coconut milk, So that's what they like. And this tortilla bowl, it's much better than making the burrito because it's, way easier to eat basically. This granola bar, Raj is gonna take it with him. And of course, before he leaves, we have to go back to either Walmart or the Wegmans to get more snacks for him. But these are the things we bought it from Walmart. Especially when things worked out, I love it so much. So as I was making aloo paratha, just randomly thought came in my mind like I do have the tortilla maker. So I was like, let me try to make it in there and see if that works out. So I pull it out because it's sit in my cabinet and I have this tortilla maker for a very long time. Mom gave it to me and I don't even remember how many times I have used it. Like I said, it just sits up there. I don't even use it. So I was like, worst come to worst. I mean, what can happen that it might not work out, but at least I can try it. So I made it, and as you saw, it came out so perfect. Now, of course, as you saw, there is no mess because when we make the aloo paratha, especially because we are using the sukha atta, it can get messy. But with this, not at all. The only thing I would say is if you're gonna eat the aloo paratha right away when you make it, then it's worth it. But let's say you want to make it and eat after a few hours or maybe next day, then that could be a problem because it do get I would say it wasn't chewy, but it was hard. Like, it was not like normal aloo parotha basically. So if you do want to make it and eat it like right away, then it's perfect. I would definitely make this again in this tortilla maker. But the only thing, like I say, just eat it right away. Otherwise, next day you might it's like a frisbee, it's not worth it. So I'm not sure if I can find this particular tortilla maker, but if I can find any similar, I'll link it down below in the description box. It's definitely worth trying it. And my aloo paratha stuffing, it's a very, very basic. As you saw, all I add the green chilies and that you can, add it according to your taste. And the chaat masala. Chaat masala is the way to go. It's very, very simple. And this is the first time I made it with the onions. Usually I make it without the onion. But since, I was not going to keep it for the next day, we were just going to use it right away. So that's the reason I add the onion in there. But definitely, guys, try it because, as you know me, I always try to come up with the easy recipes. And like I say, with the aloo paratha, it just gets so messy with the sukha atta and everything. But with this, no mess at all. And also, the sandwich recipe that I'm about to share with you guys, that also I made it in this panini maker. And that actually, especially, right, still Raj is here. He'll be going next week. So at night, kids do get hungry and they just want to eat something different or something light. That's where I made that sandwich. So that sandwich is, again, it's really good, tasty. Doesn't take that long to make it at all. So definitely try that recipe also. And let's go in the other room. I'll show you guys my hair as I promised you in my last video. Okay, so as you can see, this is my new length. It is up to here. Before it was down here. So I cut it quite a few inches and I do have the long layers. Now the layers also, I kept it long because let's say, I don't want my hair on my face all the time. Then all I can just put them back like this and I can still, it can be still away from my face. So that for that reason, I kept the layer long. So yeah, as you can see, the length is quite a shorter than before, but I'm sure it will grow back. Okay guys, so back to the sandwich. So here I have on bread, I just put some green chutney, also this small samosa. I air fry that and put some cheese on top and that's about it. So you do want to have the chutney on both slices of the bread, put some samosa and some cheese and that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and grill this. Both of boys, they love this so much, because First of all, it is easy. Even they can make it too, because when I'm at work and both of the kids are at a vacation, sometimes they just make it by themselves, as long as if the chutney is ready and this is the end result. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.